Welcome traders. In today's video, we're going to be talking about imbalance, which is just efficiency and inefficiency. What is market imbalance? How to identify it? And make sure you stay till the end because I'm going to be sharing an imbalance strategy. Inefficiency and efficiency. When you look at efficient price action, we notice that all wicks meet. This means that both the buyers and the sellers have an equal opportunity to access liquidity in the market. When you look at inefficient price action, we notice that all wicks do not meet. This means that an imbalance has been created between the buyers and the sellers. Whenever there is imbalance created in the market, price likes to come back to balance it, therefore giving both the buyers and the sellers a fair chance. This does not mean that all imbalance will always get filled, but the probability of it happening is high. Let me explain more. Here in this example, you can see we've got inefficient price action. Price made this massive move to the downside with these momentum candles and left a space between the wicks from this wick to this wick. We mark out this zone and this becomes our imbalance zone or inefficient price action. On the other hand, over here we have this move to the downside, but the wicks end up meeting and we call this a balance zone. This is efficient price action. Let's look at an example to the upside. We have this move to the upside with these big momentum candles. It leaves a space between the wicks. We mark out this space as the imbalance. And this is inefficient price action. On the other hand, we've got this move to the upside, but the wicks end up meeting and filling in the gap. This is a balanced, efficient price action. Imbalances usually appear after we see a big move in the market. These are extremely bullish and bearish zones. So as you can see here, I've marked out these imbalance or void zones. This is where price inevitably is gonna come back to tap in to balance the market. Whenever you see these wicks, open wicks with this massive institutional candle, we know that the books are out of balance here. And price comes back, taps into these zones, drinks up the liquidity, and then carries on down. Create another big move. You can see this one wick here to this wick. So we draw out the zone. Price comes back, taps into it. Price likes to come back to these inefficient zones to fill them in. As you can see here, from this wick to this wick, it left this imbalance zone. We marked it out. Price came back up, tapped into it with this long wick, drunk up the liquidity, and then carries on its move. Imbalances act as forms of liquidity zones. So what I like to do is I like to mark out these zones and draw it across the chart. Price likes to keep coming back to these places. As you can see here, create the zone, price came back up, tapped in, drank up the liquidity, dropped down again, came back up, drank up the liquidity, and dropped back down again. Here's another example. Price moved up very fast. Imbalance was created in the market here, dropped back down to tap into the zone before carrying on its move. Imbalances can become ranges of liquidity zones. So these were these imbalance zones I was talking about. I mark out imbalances and then I drag it across the whole graph. These become zones where price ping pongs up and down. They can become magnets. As you can see, it breaks here all the way down here, comes back up, taps in here, breaks down here. We also can become aware of these macro imbalance zones and these micro zones. This is a macro imbalance zone. Price likes to come back to these zones. This is just a more of a zoomed out view on the 4-hour chart. I drew the imbalance on the top and the bottom, and you can see price magnetizes up and down, up and down. We can look for entries and targets between these zones. These would have been the entry zones. These would have been the target zones. Order blocks and imbalances are combined to act as confluence. So I like to use order blocks and imbalances. As you can see, price moved up fast with these massive momentum candles, left behind an order block, which is our demand zone, and then we marked out our imbalance zone as well. Price came up. On the way down, it did the same thing again. Created this massive momentum move to the downside, left behind a supply zone order block, and left behind an imbalance. And price comes all the way down, fills in this imbalance, taps into our demand zone, and bounces up to tap into the other imbalance to fill it in. And price moved back down, tapped back into the imbalance zone here, then went back up, tapped into the order block, and back into the imbalance zone, and down again. So you can see price likes to magnetize towards these demand, supply, and imbalance zones. So finally, I want to go through an imbalance strategy with you that is extremely effective. And I want you to look at this all as a story. Once we know about all these little pieces, we look at the market and it looks like a puzzle that we can start to make sense of. Imbalances can be used for entries and for targets. So number one, mark out an imbalance and order block macro zone on your chart. Then wait for price to come to your zone and then look for confirmations on entries on the micro zone. I'll show you more details now. Here's a macro 4-hour view of it. I've marked out this imbalance zone across the whole chart. And then here we go, we have a massive move to the downside, this massive drop, these institutional candles. Marked out the order block, marked out the imbalance zone, price came all the way back down, dropped down, taking out tons of liquidity here. Then it moves up with another gigantic move, taps into this order block and balances the market here, and then drops again, creating the same sequence on a micro version. As you can see, it leaves behind imbalance, which gets filled, and an order block gets filled and drops back down to tap into this imbalance zone. So we can use these zones as entry points and targets. Here's a more detailed look at the strategy. So we marked out on the macro 4-hour here. We see this order block and this imbalance created. Price comes back down, taps into our imbalance zone here, then bounces up to fill the imbalance and mitigate this order block. As price comes up, taps into this order block in imbalance, then we want to move to the micro zone. You can see over here, we're on the micro 15-minute. Price likes to repeat the same process on the macro and the micro. So then we look for the same thing happening on the micro level, which is the 15-minute chart. And as you can see, this is the 4-hour order block, and this whole zone that I'm marking out here is actually the 4-hour imbalance. Price taps into it and repeats the same process. It has a drop here, creates an order block on the 15-minute and an imbalance on the 15. Then this becomes our precise entry. We wait for price to come back up, mitigate this order block, fill this imbalance to make its way all the way down. So this is our entry for the macro view over here. Let's have a look at the charts for more examples. Here is a Bitcoin chart. So I've zoomed out on the 4-hour macro level, identified these imbalance zones, and I marked them out and I stretched it across the chart. Now this becomes an area that I know price was going to magnetize back towards. And on the other hand, we can do it up here as well. See, this is the space between our wicks that we mark out. This becomes another imbalance zone. You can see price likes to play on these zones, comes all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, like a magnetic ping pong effect. But then as we zoom in, we can see the same thing happening on the macro and the micro. We see price comes up, it has this massive drop, leaves behind an order block and an imbalance. Comes back, taps into this imbalance zone down here, drinks it up, moves back up to tap back into these zones, leaving behind another imbalance which gets filled. Then drops back down, taps back into this zone and carries on back up to the zone again. You'll see if we stretch these out, they become order blocks, and imbalances become zones that price loves to come back to. And then we have another enormous drop in the market with these momentum candles, leaves behind an order block and an imbalance with a break in structure, drops back down, taps into this imbalance zone, then comes back up to drink again. And then what we want to do is, as it comes back up to drink again, I'm just going to mark this out. This is when we want to zoom in to our 15-minute chart for an entry. So as you can see on the macro level, it's tapped into this order block and imbalance zone. And then on the micro level, it repeats the same process. Does a drop, leaves an order block, imbalance level. And this is where we want to focus on our entry point right over here. This becomes a precise entry. Wait for price to tap into the order block, fill the imbalance, and then we enter right over here after this engulfing candle. And this would have been a lovely 4% move. The key to the strategy is we go to the macro level, we look for order blocks and imbalances, wait for price to tap into this zone. Then we drop down into a lower time frame to look for a confirmation entry. We look for the same thing playing out on a lower time frame, order block and imbalance, and this becomes our precise entry. We wait for price to tap into the zone and then we enter after an engulfing candle. Stop loss goes above the wick, and then target becomes imbalance zone. I hope this is becoming super clear to you all, how we can use order blocks, imbalances to get these precise entries and targets. If you enjoyed the video, you definitely want to look at this next video where I go into more details about supply and demand trading strategies.